We're at Round Grove. It's 36 degrees. And this video is dedicated to, first of all, that's Atkins. And there's some Atkins over here. This is dedicated to Adventures with Regina. There's the front sign. That brown over there is cornfield. We got Smith's. The father, March 20th, 1843 to February 20th, 1905. The mother, December 27th, 1841, October 25th, 1912. With no name. The mother and father is here. So that's where they're buried. I cannot see the live chat right now because I don't have it open. That's a neat last name. Neth. Robert E., December 5th, 1937, no death day. And Carolyn J., March 17th, 1939, no death day. They could be alive, remarried, or buried somewhere else. They were married June 7th, 1959. So, this says Boyer. That's a family memorial stone. And here's some Boyers. These are nice. They have a nice design. Thank you for the thumbs up. Charles E. Boyer, 1829 and 1907. Anna Boyer, 1832 and 1915. Don't know how you say that last name, but they have a nice design. Susanna, 1859 to 1948. And Lewis, 1863 and 1951. Hi, Bluegrass Paranormal. Yeah, I'll do a video for you, but I'm going to do like a SLS or something. Actually, I have a lot of them saved. I just haven't edited them. Infant daughter, Charlotte Johnson, 1887 and 1922. Francis, infant daughter. Okay, so that's a person and that's their daughter. And this has FLT for Oddfellows. And I forget what that means. And I'm not trying to be rude, but they say the Oddfellows are the poor Freemasons. That's what it is. Son to the Shelleys. I'm not going to read them all. Sometimes people will pause these videos and look at the dates, or sometimes people learn a lot more than me. I got something interesting coming up that says 1960. So, you know, everybody's been stones facing this direction except for one. And when you get right here, there's a section where they're facing this direction. But this stone right here is off the base. And it's crooked. Like this should be on that. But this is family. And these just say father and mother. 1852 to 1928. Thank you for the thumbs up. The mother, 1853, 1911. And Lucy, I like this one. 1889 to 1906. Franklin, 1900 and 1901, a 1-year-old. And the wife, 1877, 1900. By a country road, a rural road, rural Illinois. And we're only doing one section today. So this is a Boyer. Missionary to China. Zula. 1905 to 1991. That's interesting. This one's this way, and the other ones are that way. Wait a second. Oh wait, here's another missionary to China. I wonder what that means. Vernon, 1897 to 1983. Missionary to China. Mildred, 1895 to 1945. And then somebody who's related to them, Edna, 1890 and 98. It's feeling very cold out here. Here's some more Boyers. Lewis. The mother is Emma. The father is Irwin. And Esther. And the last part says MD for doctor. 1902 to looks like 1948. And then here's a grave marker. Ooh, look, somebody's named Funk. Lucy, 1869, 1944. William, 1864 to 1896. And Edith, 1891 to 1898. And we saw them. 4 people. Look, somebody, okay, there's George, 1891 and 1962. Lefa, 1890 and 1980. Florence, 1915 and 2005. And Lucy, 1919 and 1938. Wow, so that person, 1919 to 1938, almost their whole life was in the Depression. Oh, okay. So Lucy, this is a family memorial stone. Doesn't mean they're all buried right there. And Lucy is right here. And I forget what they're called. William Chappelle and Elizabeth. And they're buried right here, mother and father. Oh, wow. This person's last name is Cockram. Hi, Jim and Romeo. William Cockram, 1840, 1921. And I'm not looking at every single one of them. But look at that name. I don't know if that's a guy, but the other one next to him is Sarah Lola, daughter of April 13th, 1897 to February 25th, 1899. Chappelle or whatever. Most of them are buried this direction, but some of them are buried the other direction. But let me get this one. This one has an interesting name as well. Harilla, 1866 to 1952. John, 1861 to 1941. And that is another relative of this. Lewis, August 10th, 1892 to July 29th, 18 1893. Leon, October 31st, 1897 to March. Wow, their March is MCH. Is that how you shorthand March? 3rd to 1898. So these are the infants. That's why they're over here. And then this is what I was talking about earlier. But this is so weird because this is two families. So here's one family. This is another. But they're both facing this direction. So I don't really know where these people are buried at. But, and then Freemason OES symbol. So it's called Writer. And Merrill T 1907-1956 has a Freemason symbol. And Lilla 1914 to 2009 has OES for Order of the Eastern Star, which are Freemason wives. Not every Freemason wife is involved, but you know, I think they're only allowed to be with certain societies and they're not allowed to go outside their own. Helen Donaldson, March 6, 1851 to August 28, 1900. This really interesting heavy grave slab. And then James W. Donaldson, September 8th, 1852 to May 13th, 1930. We got another grave marker. We have a family plot in a row. They're buried in a row. Thomas died in 1929. Mother died in 1928. May have been from a broken heart. Or the fact that, you know, maybe they sensed that the depression was coming. Lucy died in 1919. So here we got a really, really old one. It's interesting. That's metal letters. Mary, 1936 to 1950. Excuse me. Those two are metal. Okay. These have the same last name. So it's a family plot, area plot. Hazel, wife, April 18th, 1925 to February 5th, 1997. And then we already did Mary, 1936 and 1950. W, M, 1889, 1962. Zeta, 1893, 1943. But you know what? I'm hearing like metal clinking, you know, kind of, oh, okay, duh. I've been here 100 times. I was about to say like a flagpole. This person has an interesting last name. Block Sam, 1900 and 1936. Here's another Block Sam. Block Sam.
Can't do something.
1864 to 1942. And Mary, 1870 and 1937. Oh, okay. Grace, 1904 and 1905. It's an infant. What?
Bluegrass wanted me to do something. Hey, Bluegrass, how you doing?
Okay. Yeah. Some people want attention, I guess. Just playing. Graph is this as well. 1918 and 1940. John, 1874 and 1947. Mary, 1880 and 1948. And Leela, 1904 to 1904. So that's an infant. Ooh, I like that name, Ambrose. That's my adult son's middle name. 1868 to 1954. Ooh, another that must be a last name. Albertina, 1875, 1958. This one's real crooked. Like half in the grass, half not. Here's another Ambrose. Sarah, 1873, 1921. I can't read this. Harry and Grace Ambrose. Those are infants. Harry and Grace. This is children. So, infant daughter. I don't know how to say that name. Gertrude. Infant daughter, December 16th, 1903. And William, January 20th, 1899 to December 22nd, 1903. Children. Two little angels now on high. They hand in hand together roam. Two links now binds us to the skies. Two fingers beyond us to come. I'm a little confused. They're together, and a lot of old stones have misspelled names, or words. So this is how some people thought it was spelled in 1903. Wow. They died on the same day. Ouch. And I don't know if that's become or what it is or beyond, because it's misspelled as well. But that happens. Even some names are misspelled, even though it sounds weird. Names can be misspelled. There's a cemetery in Petersburg, Illinois, where they have a plaque for the soldiers that were recognized for Gettysburg, to spell it right. Allen, LTJG, U.S. Navy, World War II, May 25th, 1921 to May 13th, 1992. Says veteran, U.S. veteran. Wendell Clarence Brownsey, February 9th, 1906 to October 5th, 1907. And then this is their parents, Alice, 1887 to 1953, and Clarence, 1878 to 1975. Here's their family memorial stone, and this literally says Holy Bible. Holy Bible. And you can see the detail. This actually has little tiny page marks. Oh wow, and then they got a little thing to hold it up. But, back then they used to make this one piece. They used to cut it in one piece. Nowadays I've seen where they have a stone, but the piece that's on top is a separate piece they glue to it. But columns, which symbolize strength. And then this is also part of that family stone. Russell, 1894 and 1950. Elizabeth, 1865 and 1930. W.E., May 27th, 1854 to October 20th, 1913. They're part of this little group over here. I'm not going to read them all, even though it would be nice to. This person has a big stone, and it looks like there's room for another one. But Matilda, September 26, 1843 to October 28th, 1903. This is Harold, the child I make such a big deal about. So I had come here in the daytime in 2019, and there was an orb, and I was moving a little bit, and it was kind of following me. And so I did a grave thing where I used crayon to have it pressed on paper and hang it up. I did research about the census. He made it on the census in 1900, 4 months before he died and before his sister was born. Both parents were from different countries, and the man, his father, did not marry his wife right away. He waited, I don't know, like a few months later or maybe a year later, marry his mother. This was a very expensive stone. But anyway, this little boy I've actually seen, and he is maybe 3 feet tall, wears jean overall bibs. Back in the 1800s and 1900s, children and elderly people would wear those overall bibs. And he had a bowl haircut, like someone literally stuck a ball on his head and shaved around it. A little dirty blonde hair. But anyway, the back of his stone had, how do you know his sister was born after him? Well, daughter Sadie, William Nicole, wife Susan, and daughter Sadie. And she made it on a different census, on a different year. And then we got these gopher holes. And, well, these little ones only go up to 6 inches deep. Like, they're the ones that go to the burrows. Those can go up to 6 feet deep. And so the feeding ones have a lot of these corn stalk parts from all the cornfields out here. But I've done a lot of EVP. There's other sections that have a lot of the gopher holes, and the EVP, some spirits said they touched me. And there is another cemetery I went to that had gopher holes like that, and the EVP also said they touched me. Ulrich. I got a feeling like that's a big name in this area. It's the Petersons. Dale Peterson, September 17th, 1937 to November 14th, 2000. And that is a pheasant for hunting. I guess everybody's got some kind of thing. Excuse me. There's all these sections. I'm only doing one section today. There's a random one that says mother. Daniel is in the military. (1845 to 1937). Now, this has a little green plaque. Some people back then used to use the green plaques for being cremated, but that's probably not what this is. Oliver, 1894 to 1938. And then you see all these corn stalks from the animals eating the corn from the fields. 1933 and 1944, Alice Maxine Stevens. The guests, they're buried over there and over there. They're also buried all the way on the end. So there's a lot in the same cemetery. This person's connected to one of the ones over there. Oh, that's a leaf from fake flowers. Sorry if I'm breathing funny because it's cold and catching my breath. Oh, wow, an infant row. Now, I made up that term. Infant row. Where usually it's different names for the infant row, but sometimes it's the same family name. These are different families. Infant daughter, Elmer and Louise Jensen, died 1935. So those were twins. Infant son, Amali and Jens Andreasen, died 1924. Those were twins. And Krona and Dagny, died 1923. This one's been damaged. It looks vandalized, actually, because that's impossible to do without equipment. Isaac, U.S. Army, World War I, October 8th, 1891 to November 29th, 1971. We'll come back over there. We got another military man. Lester. Illinois, TEC 5, U.S. Army, World War II, May 2nd, 1906 to October 4th, 1947. U.S. vet. We switch around. Gerald and Grace. Andrew Anderson. That's a tongue twist. Andrew, 1892 1944, and C. Irma, 1891 to 1985. Here we got, I'm not saying never, but it's hard to see butterflies, very rare on gravestones. In memory of Mona, May 17, 1926 to July 13, 2017. Hummingbird. In God's hands. Joseph, 1918 and 1949. Wendell, PFC, U.S. Army, Korean War, August 13, 1931 to May 5th, 1982. We got the Bushes. I'm not going to read all these. This poor person's under the bush. I couldn't read it. These are parents. Those are the daughters. It says daughters. They got some solar thing. U.S. veteran. I don't know if women were in the military back then that much, but the husband's under there. Oh, you know what? Sometimes they have the military plaque by the person buried, so it's probably that. Adventures with Regina, hello. Orville, S1, U.S. Navy, World War II, January 27, 1916 to December 24th, 1990. That's a vet plaque. That person's name is Casper. Gusta. Herman, 1903 1961, and Elsie, 1908 to 1998. Here is a family. Two people. Wait a second. Herman and Elsie. Okay. There's two Hermans. This was the first Herman. 1903 they were born. The second Herman was born 1932. It says, two hearts as one forever. Oh, wow. The wife doesn't have a full name on there because Marie is the middle name. But she died February 19, 2015, and he died September 16, 2015. I bet he died of a broken heart. But here is a solar light for a ferry. You got this veteran plaque, which the hole on top's for a flag, and then United States Army memorial stone. Wendell for the military's actually got a military plaque in front. PFC U.S. Army Korea. I read this one earlier. Burns. U.S. Vet Thing. Room for a Flag. World War II. I don't know how to say that name, but it sounds very nice. You can see somebody freshly buried over here. Or, you know, sometimes the grass doesn't grow over it properly. Norwood is an interesting name. Valora. Norwood is 1925, 2004, and Valora is 1927, 2009. And he has Chief Shabana Firefighter ASSN. These are all family plot in a row. That person, wow, a woman in the military. That person, that's the military plaque. Lewis, 1884, 1975. And then we got this freshly dug new grave. You can see that the grass hasn't grown over it very well. I see some weeds. But John, born 1924, doesn't have a death day, but you can tell this is only John. And Ruth, this lady in the military, hers is up there with a military plaque that has room for a flag. But Ruth, Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II, July 17th, 1920 to February 26th, 2001. And then Virginia Webb, 1946 to unknown death day, or she's alive or remarried. Robert Dab, 1933 and 1964. Ginger does not have a death day on it, but this stone reminds me of clowns. February 14th, 1959, she was born on Valentine's. I don't know what religious cross that is, but somebody else has the same cross over there. So, Corwin has this military plaque right here, and there's 2 feeding burrow, 3 feeding burrow, not groundhogs, but gopher holes for eating. RDM2, U.S. Navy, World War II, December 10th, 1922 to May 7th, 1996. Beloved husband, father, and grandfather. And he's right here. And Verla was his wife. She has a cardinal. Wait a second. I don't know if that's a cardinal or a blue. I don't think that's a blue jay. Richard, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Richard. Son of Kenneth and Louise, 1936 to 2007. Nelson has a memorial rock. We talked to the Shelleys. Here's some more Shelleys. Henry and Mildred. This person, Jesse, has a military plaque that has room for a flag. George, 1910 and 1981. I was born in 1981. Hi, Mr. Pubes. Catherine, 1931, 2013. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, that person has the children on the back, Kerwin and Norwood. That does not mean they're dead. It just means that somebody wants to say they had children. Parents are Corinne, Craig, and Ginger. Nielsen, Memorial Rock. And like I said, all the corn stalks is because that's like hollow. Because this is all cornfields all the way around. There's squirrels, rabbit, gophers. Isaac McCarter, CPL, Corporal, U.S. Army, World War II, October 12th, 1918 and March 3rd, 1984. Isaac is buried there, but his military plaque's there, and he has a vet. Isaac. Alma, 1921 to 1996. A lot going on in here. I can't fix this stuff, and it's rusted. Okay. Well, that would hold flowers. Here's some solar things. Glass art. Wait. That's it for this section. Thank you for going live with me, and I will be back again for another part. We have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, so it'll probably take 6 more videos. Thank you for watching, and please watch later again. Thank you.